performance, and it's made in the USA. Ever accidentally spill red wine on your carpet? I can shoot from the hip with pinpoint accuracy. Bullshot is like spraying an eraser on your floor.
Girl,
That stain is gone.
I'm like, why does my ass hurt?
And tougher stains,
I'm
just
like,
give it a little
I'm sitting on my foot. I'm like, Jesus.
Just point and shoot. It instantly and easily erases these blood stains, makeup, fruit juice, coffee, and more. This sticky juice stain is deep into this couch. Bullshot, it gets right down into those crevices and has the couch looking like new again. Still skeptical? Watch this. I'm staining this carpet with burnt bacon grease. We've got a 4K Ultra HD camera capturing the action up close. This stain is obliterated, all without bending or scrubbing. To have a stain professionally removed, you could spend hundreds. Or you could get Horsepower Bullshot, the no-nonsense stain remover for only $19.99. Bullshot comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not completely satisfied, send it back for a full refund, even if the can is empty. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get yours. And there's a strict limit of 3 at this low, low price. So don't wait. Order your Bullshot now.
To order, call 1-800-627-5006 or visit mybullshot.com. So call 1-800-627-5006 or visit mybullshot.com. Order now.
Girl, what?
You've got a subscription for streaming movies and music, maybe even one for food. But what about when it's your water line that's streaming? Repairs are expensive. Good contractors hard to find. A plan from HomeServe is like a subscription for peace of mind. For one small monthly fee, when a covered system breaks, we'll send a qualified contractor and pay for the repair. Why worry? Get HomeServe and chill.
Plans from HomeServe start at just $4.99 a month.
Call 1-844-569-8607 or visit homeserve.com.
I got this $1,000 camera for only $41 on DealDash.
DealDash.com. Online auctions since 2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. This iPad Pro sold for less than $34. And this Nintendo Switch sold for less than $20.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56. I got this barbecue smoker for $26.
And shipping is always free.
Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save.
I'm Nick Robertson in London, and this is CNN.
My happy place. One place I could truly be myself.
I want people to experience this beautifully diverse city. There's no other place like it. My Happy Place premieres April 27th on CNN.
Sure, yeah, come on.
Okay. Don't worry. Dash Pass saves you money on DoorDash. So you can skip the trip to the grocery store and stay right where you need to be.
Popcorn? I'm good. Want to go get dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll order.
When you save big on orders, you can afford to give yourself a pass.
What do we think?
Dash Pass by DoorDash. Your door to more savings.
This isn't just a box of Plan B. It's a backup plan I can count on wherever I live. One I can buy online and pick up in store, or get delivered same day. This isn't just a box of Plan B. It's proof that I've got this.
3, 2, 1.
Let's watch TV.
I'm Nick Watt in Los Angeles, and this is CNN.
Good evening. I'm Abby Phillip in Washington for a special edition of Newsnight. Let's get right to what America's talking about. Temperature check. The first elections in the second era of Donald Trump have Republicans celebrating and sweating. The party is going to keep 2 seats in their narrow House majority after special elections in Florida to replace Mike Waltz and Matt Gaetz. Democrats surprised analysts, though, by putting up a fight with both cash and energy in those districts that Trump won easily. But in the swing state of Wisconsin, a big blow to President Trump and Elon Musk, who spent plenty of time and tons of money campaigning for conservatives. The liberal judge, Susan Crawford, is projected to win the race to control the balance of power in that state's Supreme Court. So what are the takeaways tonight for both parties? Well, these electoral contests come as national Democrats are trying to show some signs of life, or at least a strategy to fight the Trump agenda. Senator Cory Booker tonight shattering the record for the longest speech on the floor of the Senate, 25 hours on his feet. That breaks Strom Thurmond's record from 1957 when he was fighting against the Civil Rights Act and the right for someone like Cory Booker to give that speech.
This is
Oh, my bad. I asked right by your ear. I'm sorry.
We're really at a point in America where things are happening that don't sit right with people of both sides of the aisle. There's so many things going on by this president who is trashing our allies, bullying Canada, who is in many ways just violating judges' orders, trampling on our Article 1 power. So I just wanted to give a speech that said that this is not normal, and we can't normalize it. And all of us have a responsibility to do something different, to take some risks, to be there for each other, and to try to ignite a larger movement in our country.
Live at the table tonight, Bakari Sellers and Brad Todd, two lawmakers also with us, Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis and Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Congresswoman Wasserman Schultz, I'm going to start with you because you have run the Democratic Party before. You also are from the state of Florida. How do you take what happened tonight, which is the Democrats put up a bit of a fight, but they lost in Florida. Maybe Florida is not really on the table much for Democrats these days. But in Wisconsin, they won, and it could end up being by almost the same margin as a couple years ago. When
This is not going to work.
State Supreme Court race that really showed that there was energy there. What do you think?
Well, CD1 is 6 in Florida. Bloodiest race that is districts in our state and among the bloodiest races in the country. Trump won CD1 by 37, CD6 by 30, and both Republican candidates tonight won those seats by less than half that. That means we won independence, and it is a rejection, very clearly, of the Republican Musk-Doge bag agenda, which cuts Medicaid,
I'm not trying to
cuts Social
really do
Security,
this. That's
fires
really too much
veterans,
work for
slashes their
me.
services. And in Wisconsin, a state that Trump won, it's very clear that no one likes the direction that Trump and Musk are taking this country.
Congresswoman Malliotakis, I thought you could shake in your head, but in Wisconsin, Elon Musk put it all on the floor, and he bet big on that state and lost big.
Oh, I did.
Well, the interesting thing is that nothing has actually changed. We still have the two Republican congressional seats in Florida, and the Wisconsin court is still liberal-leaning 4-3. Nothing actually flipped in either case, and so I don't think anyone's that really gained or lost anything tonight. I think things continue as they are. I would dispute my colleague's reference that nobody has cut Medicare, nobody has cut Medicaid, nobody has cut Social Security. In fact, we're looking to strengthen those programs. And I think that, look, Elon Musk, yes, I would say that perhaps there is a sentiment in the country that things are moving way too fast. I think that there's a lot of change that has been happening. I've been critical myself of some of the fast and furious changes and recommendations from Doge. I think the overall goal to find and eliminate fraud, waste, and abuse, eliminate unnecessary overhead and bureaucracy in our government is much needed. But we need to do it in a thoughtful, deliberate, and responsible manner. We've seen some unintended consequences, and it needs to slow down a bit. And perhaps that is one of the messages that is being sent tonight.
Yeah.
I think there's a big warning sign tonight for Republicans in Wisconsin, and it's about money. The Democratic candidate, Susan Crawford, raised $22 million. That is 10 times what Democrat candidates for this office raised just 4 years ago. She outraised the Republican 2-1. Republicans are not going to prevail in the midterms if we can't find ways to get money directly to candidates. Not talking just big dollar super PACs, but big money to candidates. That's the worry I have with Republicans.
Yeah, I mean, it's such I was thinking a lot about the money, honestly, tonight, because I think a lot of people think, okay, the more money you have, you're going to have an advantage. And I don't know that that's really what we learned tonight. But to your point, I mean, Trump was able to benefit from Elon Musk and Republicans, $290 million, right? But there's something different when the candidate can actually utilize the money themselves and utilize it correctly. I just think that we might be at this point where this sheer dollars are
First of all, I agree
really just kind of over his acting and glee with both my Republican colleagues. One saying that this election didn't change it didn't matter, and he's saying that the candidate's money was a big issue. I think briefly. These races matter today because they set a tone. And yes, it was. I would have been judging Elon Musk on another race. And so money does matter. And we're seeing Elon Musk in Wisconsin giving away $1 million checks. People are simply saying that you could not buy a president in the United States of America. And to say that these races didn't matter because they didn't change anything. Yeah. And so today you have different departments that they set up. But you have I think the HHS different and so we can sit here and say that but the consumers, those programs don't have get it on the floor. Information. You simply have to admit that there's plenty of room to cut overhead waste processes. The crazy part about it, come on up in.
I'm done.
This was not the firing of Commerce Director Brad. They closed the office that oversees IVF, in vitro fertilization research. They closed the office today. CDC was focusing on HIV. They closed vaccine offices. They have cut hundreds of billions of dollars in genetic research and biomedical research as fellow cancer survivors. I hope you care about this. But it is absolutely critical that we sure people understand that they are making deep cuts in substantive programs that make a difference in people's lives, and respectfully, quite a lot changed today, because for the first time in my state, these two districts, Matt Gaetz in 2018 in Trump's first term, won CD1 with 67% of the vote. I mean, this is a seed.
He never really faced a real challenge for the Democrats. And I will say that, talking about buying elections, it was 10 to 1 that the Democrats outspent the Republicans. And yes, Democrats are obviously more in the Florida races. It's 10 to 1. So talk about buying an election. But you said President Trump was elected to secure the border. He was elected to lower the price of eggs. Guess what? Both of those things have happened. Mortgage rates have also come down. Oil prices are coming down.
If you think that this is a solution to that, if you think that people are sitting at home today saying that their prices have gone down, they need to go out.
Prices have gone down.
Still has a 56 surcharge.
The referendum in Wisconsin, the voter referendum, which was President Trump, one of the priorities for President Trump, voter ID, and it passed by double digits, and that I think was also a very big win. So there's nothing else changed because you still keep the congressional seats, you guys still keep the left-leaning court in Wisconsin, and that was a big thing.
The one thing about the way that we characterize the Supreme Court justice elects, because we keep calling her liberal, I've seen that all day. We call her left-leaning, I've seen that all day. But the way she ran her campaign is, I'm going to be someone who applies the rule of law as it should be applied. And one of the things that I hate is the fact that we have these partisan judges anyway. But her opponent ran to Fox News to campaign every single day. That's not something she did. She did not run from a left-wing.
Let me play, actually, because I just think it's helpful for people to hear some of the arguments. Let's play the abortion ads from these two candidates. He wants to take us back to the 1849 law that bans abortion for rape and health benefit.
People of Wisconsin, through referendum or their elected representatives, should decide the question of abortion.
Okay, so I take the point, political point that you're making, but I also think the truth is these candidates, I don't know why they don't have R's and D's next to their name, but they should, because everybody understands what's going on. This is not a nonpartisan situation because they're clearly in camps here, and it did matter. Abortion mattered, Elon Musk and Trump mattered, all of those things mattered.
In the elites and the wealthy, they turn out more in small turnout elections. It's just a fact that Republicans are a working class party now. We need massive turnout to win. It flips political conventionalism on its head, but that's why we're it's not the turnout itself that's better than most places, right? But it still was a spring election. It's still not presidential level turnout. Democrats won this one maybe 55-45. They won the last one 55-45. They won the one before that 55-45. What you saw here is a pattern. Republicans have got to figure out a way to win and turnout is low. Right now, that's when Democrats win.
But the turnout of Trump voters, though, is low, which is a different thing because the low propensity Trump voters, who are people who only pay attention when Donald Trump's name is on the ballot, are perhaps the ones who tried to think. 4 months ago, Donald Trump won Wisconsin. I mean, because the voters went to the polls and they said, we believe you. We think you want to actually lower prices and make my kitchen table costs lower. He hasn't done it. In fact, he's actually gone after the issues that matter to them the most, that are cause deep pain. I mean, if you're talking about the blueprints that Republicans jammed through in the Senate, that absolutely sets up a vote to cut hundreds of billions of dollars in Medicaid. I mean, Nicole, you can deny it all you want, but you know it is 100%, it's 100%. That budget blueprint is not asking for $830 billion in cuts to Medicaid. And that's the direction it's been given to the committee that they are supposed to produce in their reconciliation. Can you answer that? Because the bill that was passing, it does help us. And there's not a lot of evidence that the CDC described it as race fraud and abuse, but that amount of race fraud and abuse exists. We need to get into the program in order to get it. Utilizing just government reports, it's $500 billion in race fraud and abuse over 10 years. We're looking at $800 billion, and that's not including everything else within the So 500 billion just in Medicaid rates for the that's actually Medicare we're not even touching that. So what I'm saying is no, what I'm saying is the 880 billion, we're talking about energy and it's much more than just healthcare. Right? We're talking about all sorts of different mandates, regulations that we're going to the thing is, it's all outweighed that we're putting this.
Shopper team, the ground team are swimming out through the cooling tunnel. The signals will come down and begin laying the people out.
So ridiculous. They're trying to go on. What is really for Donald Trump is cutting hundreds of billions of dollars of HHS for violent research. He is cutting VA services. He's firing the VA employees who are providing direct services to our nation's veterans. And their constitution, according to economic experts, say that he's putting $880 billion in cuts in the American Health Committee without cutting into Medicaid. There isn't any the tax center was going to actually
which includes direct available Medicaid cuts. And they're going to all walk to the train. I mean, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, with additional recipients. Now, if you are somebody who's not in a program, you're they're going to have to give is that the question of how much wage margin it's not clear that you get the numbers of your maybe you were for 2 years and suddenly you find that it's always fraud abuse, but the government reports that you're citing don't to those numbers. So the question is where does the difference come from? And we will find it. Like you said, you might look back, it might be right, or the story might be right. Coming up next, the policy supposed to start getting midnight, which is today. Okay. Donald Trump is going to say, supposedly we're going to come back. And what are things so telling us about what this is? Also, the White House reacted to the also suggests the food.
The ground team will send up a flare, give you a visual on their location.
I'm trying to see.
Stay tuned to get this free 5-piece ultra.
Coming home from LA. I got home 4 o'clock this morning from LA. 4 o'clock. Right? So we was in the Delta Skyline. And while we was in the Delta Skyline, girl, they had this spot over there in the bag where they serve nachos, stuff like that, whatever. So they had all the jalapeno peppers. So I'm over there eating the jalapeno peppers. You know, I eat that and oranges like when I don't feel good. Very sweet. So I'm there eating the jalapeno peppers, and all of a sudden I said, "Oh my gosh, is the glue lifting up on my leg? Is the glue coming off? Bitch, what is going on with the glue?" I kept saying, "This ain't taking away right. Is the glue coming off? Is the glue coming off?"
Okay, and now, fly out to the lab at gaining altitude. You'll need to be flying for the ground team to hit their drop zone, and for your bird's electrics to be clear of the EMP. When you're above the lab, we trigger the pulse. Power down there goes out, and the ground team can jump. Chopper team will hold position above the lab, trying to stop the ground team getting swamped inside.
Oh, it's 10. That's all. Oh.
Bitch, they ain't put the glue in. I said, "You mean to tell me they ain't gonna glue my shit in?"
They're not gonna glue my shit down, right? So just sit there. So this but jacking off, so I'm like, bro. I said, damn, they don't turn the heat up in this bitch. So that gets the sweating. And then I put on there and tea, and then he started these jalapenos is out. I said, oh shit, it's not jalapenos. But I guess it's really up to J.
Pilot, keep the chopper in position till the ground team have reached. You're in a surveillance blind spot. I don't want you drifting out yet. When they're inside, descend and provide cover.
Oh, so sweet. Hold on, baby. I done got kind of full of that bitch. Shit, that was a lot of success to that.
Ground team, time to switch to night vision.
Oh, I done got kind of full. Maybe I need to get a soda so I can burp. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna get a soda and I can burp and we get the rest of their.
Chopper team, there's movement on the radar to the west of you. Be ready to engage. Looks like some systems are running on an emergency generator. As long as the main switch is off, that won't cause us problems.
I'm so full. Oh my God.
Merryweather dispatch air units. Chopper team, take them down. The ground team are making progress. We're almost there. They got the data and they're on the way out. Keep it up. We have lost track of the ground team. We can't pinpoint their location. Merryweather 4x4s on route to the lab. Our people inside won't get out if those reinforcements get there. Chopper team, the ground team are swimming out through the cooling tunnel. Their signals will have gone dark, but get ready to pull them out. Chopper team, they're coming straight for you.
Man, you probably so good, right? I'm coming back to Seattle. Bitch, y'all catch that dirty sprite? Oh, y'all catch that dirty sprite. Mm. You said that I get about something that I need for them. I did. I did hear about it. Child, listen, I just look and keep looking.
The ground team will send up a flare, give you a visual on their location.
I look into that stuff and see. I called Aniva and I just said, you know, what made you over it? What made you get to the point where you just over it? What got you to the point where you just tired of it, you know? And we talked about it and I moved on. When I talked about it with Aniva, I was in my trailer. At work. It was like, oh, okay. Some people just get tired of the same shit, same old foolishness. Some people get tired of that shit. Bitches get tired of all the same stupid ass shit. You be ignoring a hoe, ignoring a hoe, ignoring a hoe, ignoring a hoe, ignoring a hoe. Child. Don't stop me. Don't stop me.
That ain't gonna work. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Come on. Come on.
Hey, all right, let's talk. Keep your eyes open.
Eh. Get away. Spit. No. No. Get. Get. No.
Okay, here we go. Let's find out what's in that vault. First, we need someone with the right login credentials for their security system. I tracked the rough location of a member of Duggan's security team using his phone signal. Head over there and find him.
Ooh, that was so high. Oh. Get.
Shit, he's on to you. Try and complete the hack if you can. Otherwise, you might need to put him down.
Get.
Well, that went a bit wrong. Lose the heat and make your way over to the casino.
I wish I could erase.
Okay, bring out your phone and search for a Wi-Fi signal we can piggyback on. And try not to look too conspicuous while you do it.
What's the point of winning if you don't spend it? The hottest fashions are available now at the casino store.
I'm in the system. Time to have some fun.
Get. What?
Nice. Not really my taste, but assets are still going crazy, and we can make a small fortune. Come back when you're ready.
Get away. Oh.
With nothing, no recourse whatsoever. That's not how we do things in the United States of America. I just want to clarify a couple of things. There are some people who have been sent, who've been deported, who had final orders of deportation. They're being deported under basic immigration laws. But this issue of deciding that someone is a part of a gang because they have a tattoo is happening right now, right?
I don't know that that's actually happening right now. What I know is that President Trump, they have arrested people who are gang members, gang leaders. They have arrested people that are drug traffickers.
Right,
They've
but they're
arrested
saying
people
that
that
some
are
of these
murderers.
people are gang
I don't
members.
know. Did you look at their file? I do not know
based on
if it was based on. No, that's how they
They're shutting down.
based on tattoos. Now, whether they whether they're deporting them or they're, once they identify them, they're questioning them. You know what's made this a difficult process? The fact that you have sanctuary cities and states that arrest these people for crimes, and instead of turning them over to ICE so they could be deported, they release them back onto the streets.
The reason I'm saying this is because we know already that there are at least 2 cases that are publicly documented where the only evidence that they had of someone's affiliation with the gang was a tattoo, and then on top of that, in court, there's a document, a checklist that they have, and you can have a tattoo and you can have streetwear clothes that they identify as being affiliated with the gang, and that's enough for them to deport you. So that's been asked of this administration, and it hasn't been answered why that should be allowed.
If you're in this country legally and you have not committed a crime, do you deserve due process or not?
No, look,
no, it's a yes or no question.
Look, period. We're not focused on these individuals.
You really did. I just asked you a simple yes or no question. If you are here in this country illegally and you have not committed a crime, do you deserve due process, yes or no?
It depends on your circumstance. Yes, you do deserve due process.
That's the point. That's
what I'm trying to say is, in many of these cases, you have people who have been already arrested and convicted of crimes. In fact, Mayorkas actually sent a memo to the ICE agent saying that being convicted of a crime is not reason enough to not allow somebody in the country.
How about this?
That is wrong.
This is how we are
So you've been convicted of a crime, get out of here.
Well, that's welcome.
How about this?
Damn, how many oppressors does he have?
However, if your only crime, which is not a crime pursuant to the Supreme Court, is being here illegally, you deserve the benefit of due process. And if you cannot say yes to that, that is one of the more anti-American things I've ever heard.
And this is how Republicans are drifting us towards a regime that
they do cooperate. All you got to do is
But the thing is that you have people that are, hold on, guys. What you're not understanding is that cities like mine are actually taking people who are convicted of crimes, they commit another crime, they release them back onto the streets. They are not turning them over to ICE for deportation. That's why we have the crisis that we have. That's why we had 2,000.
I will say that one of the big issues politically for Democrats is not acknowledging that what she's describing there is deeply unpopular among the American people, and that it is okay to clearly state that people who are convicted of crimes should be.
We just said that.
I know, but what I'm saying is that there's been a political.
You may say it, but the great irony in it is that you are making the same argument that a woman from your great state made by the name of Secretary Hillary Rodham Clinton when she ran for president in 2008. This is not a foreign concept. And so I'm extremely clear. I'm going to be extremely clear. If you've committed a crime in this country, you are deported. What I'm also saying, which you cannot say yes or no to, which is fundamentally flawed, is that if your only crime is being in this country illegally, which, by the way, that is not a crime, then you deserve due process. Why not the people like a green marshal by saying people deserve due process?
The problem here is that when those detainees were sent to El Salvador, the administration acknowledged they were sent without any due process. Most of them had never been accused of a crime or convicted of a crime, but yet they were rounded up and sent to a prison in El Salvador. And look, if you are a criminal and you are convicted, and you are an immigrant, you should be deported.
Right. Look,
full stop.
But you deserve a party that continues to protect foreign gang members and people that come to this country to commit crimes. Because what I'm telling you, I don't think it's fair to say that they are protecting. But they are. I think they are. Do you know what's happening in New York? You're from New York. You know what's going on.
In context of this conversation, the question that is being asked is, if you say that someone is in a gang, shouldn't you have to prove it?
Yes, and they know these individuals in the gang, minus this one individual.
No. None of those people.
To the court, they have not provided it publicly. That's the problem.
These are. I can go one step further than going on limbs today about democracy. If you're in MS-13, you should be deported too. I mean, but there has to be some level of due process. I have 22 tattoos. So I have 22 tattoos. And I'm not a blood, I'm not a grip, I'm not a GD, I'm not a dude gang, right? I'm just somebody who has 22 tattoos because I appreciate that. I'm like, do I hang out with people who maybe some people of ill repute? Yes, some of my friends are of ill repute. Yes, okay? But for God's sake, if somebody was in a due process, if their only
crime is a status offense of being here. I don't know. Because Democrats is following Democrats that stopped the immigration laws and they bragged about it. The public law.
And you know what? You know what happened? Democrats lost the election. So if we suck, we lost the race. We lost the election.
So how about the forced immigration laws?
What's happening in cities and states like mine? They are going out of their way to protect these individuals, to evade ICE, no, they are being arrested, and they
gaslight us.
We're not gaslighting. It's not gaslighting. It's 1,000 crimes in American cities. I think they're illegal. And they're being released back onto the streets. That's gaslighting.
This administration has
Lincoln Riley, that's gaslighting.
this administration has been drifting towards authoritarianism, similar to the disappearance of people who the regimes in Cuba and Nicaragua and Venezuela disagree with, because they're rounding people up and sending them to prisons in foreign countries with no due process, no proof that they've done a thing. If they committed, if they are convicted of a crime, they should be deported. You two should be agreeing, and your party should be agreeing, that we should support people when they go through a fair and lawful due process.
We should follow the law. We should follow the law. But
Which
Democrats
the
need to
administration
help
is
us
not
do that.
doing.
The Democrats have spent the last 5 years trying to make sure we did nothing to enforce our
So
immigration
that
laws.
now you're violating.
Let help us
Make
enforce
up
the
for it.
laws. Drop the sanctuary city policy.
For private.
So get them.
Why does the Trump administration, rather than doing all of this stuff seemingly willy-nilly, go after those people?
That's their focus. That's their focus.
Actually deport those
That's their focus. That's their focus.
We're not talking about a few thousand. We're talking about potentially
That's-
millions of people.
That's their focus.
So, but clearly that's not happening because there are a lot of people getting caught up in a dragnet that seems to be random.
You know, they're doing the best they can. You pointed to a few unfortunate circumstances, and it is because the Democrats in the cities and states and Look, I'm just concerned about one or two people that are getting caught up in this problem than the millions of people that have come into this country illegally and the ones that are committing crimes that my mayor, my governor have released back onto the street, and that's why ICE can't find them. You're asking the question, why don't they go after those people? Why? Because my mayor and governor are harboring them and making it difficult for people to ICE to actually get them. Putting both law enforcement in danger and people like this individual who are now going to get caught up.
They should correct their mistakes. They should
You
correct
can
their mistakes.
still make sure that that doesn't happen by going through a lawful process and not just rounding
It's a
up.
lawful process. When they came here, we wouldn't have
They
to.
should, they should make correct their mistakes, which are few and incidental. The Democratic Party needs to correct its entire mistake of like 10 million people in this country. That's not something we've seen them take action.
With the mistakes that are being made is that they're not just like deporting them back to their country of origin. They're sending them to, the vice president described it as a gulag in El Salvador, where God knows what's happening to them. So, I mean, there are consequences to these mistakes.
There were consequences to letting people who are criminals into this country.
And there's someone there
who pay for it.
they've admitted shouldn't have been sent there. And they're just leaving from there.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you very much at home for watching Newsnight. You can catch me anytime on your favorite social media platforms, X, Instagram, and TikTok. In the meantime, CNN's coverage continues next.
Stay tuned to get this free 5-piece ultra non-stick bakeware set from Gotham Steel. Are you tired of pans that burn and lids that don't fit? Worse yet, they're a nightmare to clean. You need a new set, but prices are so high it's obscene. Well, now there's a brand new professional cookware set that's ultra durable and non-stick. These pans are super slick, and they can be yours for our lowest price ever. Introducing Gotham Steel, chef-tested cookware designed to make family meals with no sticking and easy cleanup every time. Gotham Steel is made with cast aluminum and coated with ultra durable titanium and super slick ceramic. This cookware comes with vented glass lids and is oven rated up to 500 degrees, so great meals in the oven become a every time. Even utensils with no structures. Plus, the entire set is built for a jail cell. Cookware set could cost about $400, but we have a factory deal for you. could get the Gotham Steel 12-piece set, not for $400 or even $300, but for just 5 easy payments of $49.99. Wait, order right now and we'll drop one payment. That's just 4 easy payments of $49.99. This is non-stick cookware that we know you'll love. That's why we're guaranteeing it for a full 10 years. We'll even include our self-draining fry basket, stainless steel steamer insert, and steamer rack. A $50 value absolutely free. And there's even more. As a special gift, you'll get our 5-piece Gotham Steel.
I was not able to get myself a king cake. What? Why not? That's crazy.
That's an incredible 20-piece cookware set. Plus free shipping on your entire order. Call now.
Call 1-800-859-6893 or go to GothamSet.com. Again, that's
Everyone was sold out. You can get one right now. They make them year round.
Did the re-election of Donald Trump play any role in your decision to resign?
Why do you need to study it? It sounds like the facts are on your fingertips.
I mean, you can get one right now if you really want one. Go, bitch, land.
Have any concerns about Elon Musk?
It really is much more than raceless as Americans. A band that was divided.
A moment with huge consequences for the nation and the world. Watch on CNN.
Montgomery in Tokyo, and this is CNN.
Just check Randazzo's website. It says sold out. What? Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I could be wrong. I didn't know. Okay, that's weird.
Inside Africa.
I figured you can get them all year round.
Transformation.
Okay.
Involve culture, technology, and industry across Africa and beyond. Step into the cage with the fighters shaping mixed martial arts across the continent.
Watch out. Africa's coming. The talent in Africa is coming. The world soon will find out.
Inside Africa.
Go in there for me and tell them to stop the fuck up. Look, I would love to be like, look, y'all need to get it together. Get y'all online system better because people want these. They want them.
Let's talk business. This is Marketplace Middle East, where we update you on the latest financial news across the region, from Dubai to Saudi Arabia to Egypt. Discover what is transforming the region's economic landscape. Join me.
God damn, this channel has a lot of ads. Wait, Mom? Me? I have ads?
Hello and welcome to our viewers here in the U.S. and around the world. I'm Jim Shudo, live in Washington.
What did I just shoot?
11 p.m. in Madison, Wisconsin. First.
Oh.
Are now in the book.
Yeah, it's like some kind of special coverage nonsense. I don't know.
In battleground, Wisconsin,
Somebody was elected or not elected. I don't know.
in that state's Supreme Court.
I'm trying to figure out right now what the big deal is.
Republicans held on to
Bitch, yes, that was sexy the way she just did that. Like, yes.
Trump victory just a few weeks back in November 2024.
But no, I feel, where are you from again?
Democratic-backed Judge Susan Crawford.
Wisconsin Supreme Court was the big race. Yeah, that thing, yeah. The lady won, so, you know, happy about that. That lady won.
Elon Musk, who sank
Wait, I'm not.
of his own money into that.
Oh, wait, it is.
Expensive judicial contest in U.S. history.
Yeah, this thing, I think, right?
Wisconsin. Thank you.
This thing.
Thank you for trusting me to serve you on the
Bitch, what are we doing? Come on.
campaign. Has been an incredible
Jesus.
experience.
so many ways.
Elon Musk wasted 50 million trying to get the Republican elected. Oh, okay, great. He could have gave that shit to me and you. Shit.
This will win the first House district race over the Democrat Gabe Vallimont. This is the seat that was vacated.
That is lame.
By Matt Gaetz. By Matt Gaetz.
Why didn't I get $50 million? Shit.
He recently made headlines saying he would oppose any plans by President Trump to close military bases in northwest Florida. And for his sixth House district.
Oh, they're doing this. Disorganized crime. It is critical that our entry into the fucking Bell Factory goes as planned. To ensure this, we need to sabotage the cartel's supply lines.
And a 10-to-1 fundraising deficit. Trump administration also surely frustrated by the decisive defeat of the conservative candidate in Wisconsin Supreme Court race. Liberals breathing a sigh of given Parliament science. Reports from Madison.
Liberal Judge Stephen Crawford thanks supporters for helping elect her to the Wisconsin Supreme Court, saying that Wisconsin voters sent a real message about the influence of this money in
Come on, bitch.
but she did reference working to be the richest man in the world. Musk could pour more than $20 million of the Democrats' fortune into the state to try to boost the conservative candidate Brad Schimmel. Crawford still put Musk in the center of the strategy, and she said the election results showed where Wisconsin voters stood on that issue. Take a listen. Today, Wisconsinites fended off an unprecedented attack on our democracy. Our fair election and our Supreme Court stood up and said loudly that justice does not have a price. Our courts are not for sale. Victory now for the liberal thinking of the
All right.
Wisconsin Supreme Court. There are a number of issues that could come before the court in the coming years, ranging from abortion rights to congressional maps. Now, this was officially a nonpartisan race, but it attracted a lot of.
I've been doing my best to ignore all them hoes, which I just ignore. I try my best not to even look at. Get none of that shit, bro. The Tampa show is us, yes. There's a lot going on in Tampa. I mean, in St. Pete, but it is just us at the. It is just us at the show in Tampa, yes. But there are festivities that are going on in St. Pete around that time, so get your tickets. But it is just us. You said Detroit. We trying to get a date. Oh, no, I got a 99 cent one like this. So there. I told you I was gonna drink that soda. Oh my God, bitch, this shit is so hot. Yeah, he's opening up. But bitch, it's our show now. We coming to carry on. It's some bad talk going on. Man, nobody sitting on the bag talk panel but the bags, honey. Ooh. Ooh, shit. Ooh.
shit fire. Ooh. 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 You said booty hole gonna be on fire. Yes, God. Ooh. Yeah. Yes, it's hot. Had my sriracha in there, my chili oil. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, it do make you want to put the wig out, bro.
They're perfect, untraceable. They're not even legally in the U.S. Some illicit importers will bring them through that list.
Mommy said this guy out of here. Bro. Woo. It's that phone, mama. It's that phone. Ooh, shit. Ooh. Damn. My mama said that got out of here. Ooh. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh. It was somebody that last go round. What was that last go round? What was the team? I was eating stuff. Fuck. Man, God damn. Yeah. My mama said this. My mom just said. My mom just said. But we got out of here. Mama, you want me to say this? You hot? Yes. Girl. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn on the air here. Damn. Oh, God damn. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, I done got dizzy. They make you dizzy. Ooh. Hi, baby. Ooh. Hey, Barry. Golly. And Betty Stylist. Ooh, shit. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, baby. That shit was hot. You didn't eat so spicy, but mama, you put the rock in. Oh, I don't know what it just hit me all of a sudden, girl. That's the shit that made me dizzy.
Looks like these smugglers have already started to unload the containers. Makes the logistics somewhat easier, but be ready for some fighting.
That shit just made me dizzy. Damn. It was fun. I want to get this last little bit of it, but fuck that. I'm done with it. Mama, I ain't put too much spice. I just ate all the jalapenos. all they do is make it like it just make your booty good, mama. You know what I'm saying? It make you, it make your booty hole good. Like, it make your booty hole good. You know what I'm saying? When that man put that thing on that, like, damn, that ass so hot, it seems like it's gonna melt. It seems like it's so hot, it seems like it's gonna melt. With that dangling in that booty hole. You said that's what that is? Said might spike my pressure. Yeah, but that shit just can't be dead. I'm like, what the fuck? What am I You said, Maddie, is it ever okay to out a DL man if he's ever done you wrong? Okay, this is how I feel. It's just my 2 cents. You hot still, mama? All right, well, let's chat a little bit about it. Since I'm done eating. I done ate my lipstick off. I in no way believe that protecting a DL man or down low anything is the way to go. I don't believe in protecting that. I do not. However, I also do not believe in pointing out somebody saying, oh, he messed with the girls, he do this with the girls, he do that. That don't have nothing to do with me. Like, especially if he and I don't have any dealings or any pressure with one another, you know, that don't have anything to do with me. Like, that's not my business to tell. If he does like the girls, he fucks the girls, he fucks boys, and that's what he does. That's his personal business. So y'all have nothing to do with me. Now, I do believe in this. I don't believe in weaponizing your transness or using your transness as a weapon, you know what I'm saying, to devilish shit to a man, you know what I'm saying, that hasn't done anything to you. I don't believe in weaponizing, again, so I'm trying to make sure that my words are said correctly, because I don't want you people to think that by any way that I believe in protecting a man that's not out or not talking about his sexual experience with the girls. I don't believe it. What I believe in is that we have an agreement. If we have an agreement and we are both sticking to both ends of our bargain or our agreement, I believe that in our agreement, as long as you keep up your end of the bargain, I keep up mine. There's an unspoken rule in our community where usually the men that deal with us, that goes for the trans girls and the butch queens and the boys and all that stuff, usually the men that deal with us, nobody talks about it except us in the community. No one talks about it or whatever. Now, if you a fuck nigga, a pussy nigga, A whole bitch, fuck, punk, pussy, floppy, slobberly ass, raglan, punk, bitch ass nigga that do some shit. You motherfucking right, I'm gonna tell a bitch what's going on. You fucking right. You motherfucking right. I'm gonna tell bitch that you was sucking my meat. Yes, I'm going to. You're correct. Yes, I'm going to tell a motherfucker that you was down in between my legs and you was eating my cock and balls, sucking my asshole. You were doing it. Yes, I'm going to tell that. Yes, because you're not going to do no foul ass, dirty ass, punk shit to me and then go and live your life. Yes, if you steal my pocketbook and you go back to your residence, I'm going to show up to your residence, bitch, with no panties on. Bitch with a mini skirt, knocking on the door, telling Miss Ernestine to give me my pocketbook out of her motherfucking house. Yes, I'm gonna do that. Yes. Yes, bitch, if you steal my car, bitch, if you rob my house and my television set, my jewelry, my jewels, my things are at your residence, yes, bitch, I'm gonna show up to your motherfucking house, nigga, bitch, with my motherfucking wig off and a goddamn ball cap and titties out. Yes, Ernestine, I'm gonna knock on the door. It's Ernestine! Tell that faggot ass nigga to give me my pocketbook out of there, bitch. That pocketbook don't belong to you. Miss Ernestine, that is not your car. Miss Ernestine, that's not your car out there, bitch. That's mine. That car that's not there in your yard, that's not your new car, bitch. You ain't hit no lick. That's not your new car, bitch. That's mine. That's the way I feel about it. Yeah, I'm gonna beat on your door. I'm gonna knock on your door, or I'm gonna go to the mother of your children's home, bitch. And I'm gonna show up with my gun. I'm not gonna go out there not with my gun, but bitch, I'm gonna have my 5.2. Hey, Keisha, your man in there, our man in there. I know you know the two braces that you just got in last night. You know he didn't work for that. I know this, Miss Keisha. Toya, I know for a fact, bitch, that you know that he ain't never had that much motherfucking money. Remember, I directed your attention to some keypads when you were looking around the casino. I know that. You know. So don't think that I'm over her because I'm the punk that he's been laughing at down the street. So I'm the punk that he's been eating my ass. He took my motherfucking goddamn, he took my Rolex, bitch. Unfortunately, you had to find out this way. Unfortunately, it's rather unfortunate. That you and I share kids. Only you have kids, I bless them. It's unfortunate that you have to find out this way. So, I don't know if you learned anything from that answer that I just gave you. I don't know if you learned anything from that answer. So, that's all I'm saying. So, yeah, I'm not going to go around telling people that men do this and men do that because that's not my business what he does. And I'm not going to be walking around talking about, girl, this the trade, he did, that's not my business. I don't care. That doesn't mean any fucking thing to me because that's his life. He got to see God for what he do, just like I got to see God. He got to see God for what he got to see God for. But as far as me and mine, you do some foul shit to me, You do some, and see, this is what people don't understand. Niggas be doing shit like that to the girls. Niggas be having the girls balled all up, bitch, like a motherfucking throw-it-away letter, like a throw-it-away love letter. Niggas that have a bitch balled all up, like this white candy, bitch, going in the garbage can, so balled all up, beating the bitch guts out, sucking and fucking and on them, loving on them, licking and sticking all on them, and then do some foul shit. They would take a bitch shit, they would steal, rob, set you up. They would do all kind of shit to you, and then you find out, and what makes you think I'm supposed to protect? I don't understand. I'm never going to protect anyone that wants to harm me. I'm not that kind of girl. You rob the bitch, I'm going to court every day if they catch you. I'm that kind of girl, and I'm pressing charges on you. I'm not that type of girl. So I understand the wording of your question. When you ask me, is it okay for girls to out-DL men? And I know why you guys are asking me that question. I don't want to delve into that because, again, I don't get trapped up. You know, I'm very politically correct when it comes down to the way I feel about the way I answer questions because I look at things from both lenses. I don't think that the girls should weaponize them being trained on a man, but I also don't think when a girl and a man have an agreement with each other, when a girl and a man have an agreement, and that agreement can be spoken, it can be unspoken, but the agreement is you do right, I do right. You do right, I do right. You do some foul ass motherfucking shit to me, bitch, I'm busting a bottle on the ground and it's no holds barred. You do some foul shit. And I'm a girl that can give you so many foul examples that doesn't happen to me. Yeah, I done had a lot of shit. I told you last time I was on the show that I was dating a guy and that bitch left his motherfucking baby at my house and was on a 2-day date with a bitch. You motherfucker right, I took his baby home and told his baby mama that we was fucking and I told her because I knew it was gonna sting her. Bitch, I knew it was gonna sting them both. I told her that, sweetie, I'm not your man's cousin, I'm his boyfriend. And I'm not a mother, so I don't know how to take care of your child. So that's why I'm at your home with your daughter, so that you can understand that your man is my man too, bitch, and I'm his man too, bitch, and this is not our daughter. That's y'all daughter together, and I'm not watching y'all daughter. While he goes out in the street to make another daughter with some new bitch that don't know his tea either. I'll do that. And to put icing on the cake, I said, girl, and we fucked every night from the time we met raw. We never knew what a condom was, bitch. We fucked raw every night and morning. I want to see if y'all still gagging on that. Because she was. Every night and every morning, raw. I scream to the top of my lungs, come in me. Y'all work that out when y'all having y'all argument. But get your baby. But get your baby, because she been crying for her mama. Get your baby. And so when after the shit happened, after he came home on day 3, the baby mama had done got in contact with him. And you know, his baby was home, and his mom with the baby mama. I had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to come back to me and ask motherfucking me, why would I do a thing like that? I said, bitch, did you actually think that I was motherfucking don't tell mom the babysitter's dead, bitch? Do I look like Christina Applegate to you, hoe? Do I look like Christina Applegate to you, bitch? Don't tell mom that the babysitter is dead? Bitch named Tia, that's right. Tia. I look like Christina Applegate? I'm not here watching your children, bitch. While you on vacation with somebody else? You fucking right, I'm gonna go down. I got in my car, I got to ride all the way to Overtown. They take that nigga's baby back to the baby's mother. But I wanted the baby's mother to understand that when I pulled up that she was meeting his boyfriend. Ooh. Ooh. Uh-oh. And had the unmitigated gall to return to my abode where he didn't pay a dime of rent, a dime of grocery, a dime of light bill, a dime of water, to be angry at me because his baby was back at home with the mother, and the mother now knows that we are boyfriends. Now he knows that now the girlfriend knows that we are boyfriends, bitch. And you have the unmitigated gall to have an attitude with me? And I told that bitch that he was creeping with, bitch, that I found her drawers in my house, and bitch, I'm not his cousin, bitch, and we fuck raw every day. Have you been tested? See, I'm a bitch that's gonna hurt your soul like that, because I know how small-minded the straights are. So have you been tested? Bitch, get your mind a cartwheeling and slip, because I know you was over there letting them long dick you raw, bitch. Just getting his mat, you slipping, cartwheeling. That bitch is over. I stood there with pure bliss, picking my teeth like I'm doing now. Because then one of them was gonna whoop me. Now one of them was gonna whoop motherfucking me. You see, I didn't have to tell all that. I was not wrong. You should have left his baby there. Bitch, if you want to go out in the streets and fuck you a piece of cunt, bitch, don't leave your baby home. Take your baby with you. Let that cunt raise your kids. That's a real woman. She know how to take care of. She can nurse that baby. She got silicone-free titties. She could have gave that baby some titty milk. I could have gave that baby a motherfucking thing. So I gave that baby a ride home to his mama. To her mom. And I needed her mama to know that when we pulled up to the spot, is that she was meeting his boyfriend. She was meeting his boyfriend. And that hoe who was in my house fucking him, I wanted her to, I needed to ask the question, have you been tested? Bitch, I want your mind to be racing, bitch, like a fucking goddamn drag race. I want to come out and be running around in circles, bitch, like a Tetris game. Have you been tested? We don't know what a condom is. Because I know y'all don't either, bitch. We don't know what a condom is, girl. Do we? We don't know what a condom is. Have you been tested? And he licks his dick too. For his pleasure, not mine. I don't even really like my dick sucked. But he licks my dick for his pleasure. You thought you were doing something because you thought you were a cunt bitch that was coming in my house, laying up in my house, getting fucked in my house, bitch, while I paid rent, while I was going to work, bitch. You thought you were serving me? No, bitch, the dish is on you. The dish is on you, girl. The dish is on you. Keisha. The dish is on you. Have you been tested? That bitch brain was cartwheeling out. I know. I watched that bitch in real time, bro. I watched that bitch brain collapse, and I watched him over there walking around in a circle, don't know what to do. First of all, he didn't understand how I was 10 steps ahead of him any motherfucking way, bitch. I was 10 steps ahead of that nigga. That nigga was walking around in a circle. He walking around. I'm like, nigga, you step in any moment of this, you know I'm whooping your ass in front of this girl. I'm gonna whoop your ass so good in front of this girl. That girl gonna want to date me because she gonna say, God damn, that nigga.
West Bank, you heard me? Hold on, let me hold it down for the West Bank real quick. Let me show you how we do it. Wait, had a little bit of money, so the Lord did me good. Got all kind of shit. Got the glue.
No.
See, no toxic.
Girl, here, which makes it visibility.
Act froggy, nigga. I'll make that bitch leave you for me. You ain't hitting her like I'ma hit you, bitch. I'll beat your ass like a runaway slave. He's my boyfriend, and he licks my dick for his pleasure, not yours. He licks my dick for his pleasure, not mine. Have you been tested?
Man, I want some fun.
Have you been tested? It's on you, bitch. The dish is on you. How do you like cold soup in your lap? You thought you were serving me? Bitch, the dish is on you. You fucking cunt.
That's the drill, all right. Not so easy to come by one of those, so bring it back to the arcade and I'll look after it.
White House has not shared details, but says the tariffs will take effect immediately upon his announcement of them. Economists are warning this could lead to sharp increases in the prices of goods for U.S. consumers, as well as potentially wipe out millions of jobs. USA judicial races usually do not make national or international headlines, but Wisconsin is a battleground state that helps determine who wins the U.S. presidency. The Supreme Court will have the final say model election disputes, as well as congressional mapping, also issues such as abortion. Anthony Chergosky is an assistant professor of political science at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. Good to have you on tonight. Thanks so much for joining.
Thank you, Jim.
So I wonder how President tweeting these results here. Obviously, Donald Trump won Wisconsin just a few weeks ago, but this is a 10-point margin for a liberal and Democratic-backed judge. Does that signal, in your view, a shift in the state just in the first few weeks of Trump's presidency?
Well, by Wisconsin standards, a 10-point victory is absolutely massive. This is one of the most closely divided states in the nation. It's a premier swing state. So people around the nation are understandably focusing on Wisconsin to try to get some insight into where the political state of the nation is in these first few weeks of the Trump administration. Elon Musk, of course, figured heavily, played a major role in this campaign. So I think there's a lot of significant lessons to be learned from this election outcome.
Is the makeup of voters in a race such as this one significantly different from the makeup of voters in a presidential election cycle?
It's a bit different, and we do know that in this day and age, high turnout elections tend to favor the Republican Party because those higher propensity voters have gone more into the Democratic Party coalition. But it's worth noting that all indications show that this election had very high voter turnout perhaps on par with almost a midterm election, not quite presidential election turnout, but April elections in Wisconsin are notorious for being sleepy, low voter turnout affairs, and this was quite different. The voters were fired up, the voters were energized, and there were strong turnout numbers.
Tell me about the impact of this liberal majority, the big decisions that this court is going to face in the coming months.
So, we need key cards to get into the vault access tunnel.
The Wisconsin State Supreme Court has played a very important role in Wisconsin government. Already, the 4-member liberal majority has made important rulings on gerrymandering and the district maps for the state legislature. There are also potential rulings on the way regarding abortion, regarding Act 10, which is the law that deals with collective bargaining rights for public employee unions. Obviously, in Wisconsin, elections are really close and often very controversial, and so the state Supreme Court can weigh in with rulings on election laws, election procedures. So there's all kinds of issues that the state Supreme Court could weigh in on with concrete impacts for Wisconsin.
Before we go, was Elon Musk a positive or a negative for the Republican-backed candidate in this race?
Well, Democrats insisted that there would be a backlash to Musk and the role that he played in this election. And I think it's going to take a little time to sort that out. But I do think it's a critical question for Republicans. Did Musk do more harm than good? He invested an enormous amount of money. He came here to campaign personally. It's worth noting, though, Jim, that the Susan Crawford campaign focused much more on an anti-Musk message than an anti-Trump message. And maybe there's something to be learned in that.
Anthony Chergosky, thanks so much for joining.
Thank you.
Still to come, the steel and auto industries in Mexico are already grappling with President Trump's tariffs. Now they're bracing for more tariffs set to take effect this week. We're going to have the details just ahead.
Feeling anxious?
I don't know what's going on.
Don't worry.
Put your feet up.
Don't panic. We can help you cope.
It's all disassociation.
It's all on fire.
Did you not find that comforting?
Have I got news for you? Saturday at 9 on CNN.
This is the Emirates Premium Economy seat. Economy. Perhaps they need to call it something else.
Patients who have sensitive teeth but also want whiter teeth, they have to make a choice, one versus the other. Sensodyne Clinical White provides 2 shades whiter teeth as well as providing 24/7 sensitivity protection. Patients are going to love to see Sensodyne on the shelf.
When I was diagnosed with HIV, I didn't know who I would be.
But here I am.
Being me.
Keep being you and ask your healthcare provider about the #1 prescribed HIV treatment, Biktarvy.
Biktarvy is a complete one-pill, one-stay treatment used for HIV in many people, whether you're 18 or 80. With one small pill, Biktarvy fights HIV to help you get to undetectable and stay there, whether you're just starting or replacing your current treatment. Research shows that taking HIV treatment as prescribed, getting to and staying undetectable prevents transmitting HIV through sex. Serious side effects can occur, including kidney problems and kidney failure. Rare life-threatening side effects include lactic acid and liver problems. Don't take Biktarvy if you take dofetamide or rifampin. Tell your healthcare provider about all the medicines and supplements you take if you are pregnant or breastfeeding or have kidney or liver problems. If you have hepatitis B, don't stop taking Biktarvy without talking to your healthcare provider. Common side effects are diarrhea, nausea, and headache.
No matter where life takes you, Biktarvy can go with you. Talk to your healthcare provider today.
Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a ride. Let's go the distance. Shop in store and online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select steel mowers.
Since you're new to H&R Block, we'll go through your tax returns from the past 3 years for any money your last guy might have missed.
I could get money back from the last 3 years?
This one time, I scored a client.
Now that's a slam dunk.
Switch to H&R Block and get a free second look review.
Yeah, dude, that doesn't look good. I know what to do. What's that? You go to cashnetusa.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, I got the money as soon as the same business day. Oh, nice save. Saving the day is easy. With CashNet USA.
When you need money fast, you need a hero. Go to cashnetusa.com to apply for the money you need now.
3, 2, 1.
Let's watch TV.
We do have breaking news out of the Middle East. Just moments ago, Israel's defense minister announced a major expansion of the military's operation inside Gaza. This would involve, Israelis say, the seizure of large areas of land that would be, quote, incorporated into Israel's security zones. The operation would also include, again quoting here, the large-scale evacuation of Gaza's population from combat zones. Israel did not give further details. Last month, sources told CNN that Israel was making plans for a potential major ground offensive in Gaza, in which tens of thousands of troops would be sent in to clear and occupy large portions of the enclave. A quick recap now of the first election night in this country during President Trump's term. CNN projects that liberals will keep their majority on the Wisconsin Supreme Court as Circuit Court Judge Susan Crawford has beaten Brad Schimmel. That is President Trump's pick for the job. The race is officially nonpartisan. However, Crawford is a liberal judge backed by Democrats. In Florida, CNN projects that Republican Jimmy Patronis will win the first House district race over Democrat Gay Vallimont. This is the seat that was vacated by Matt Gaetz. Former Florida State Senator Randy Fine is projected to fill the spot left by National Security Advisor to Trump, Mike Waltz. Those two wins mean the Republicans will hold on to their narrow House majority, expanded by 2 seats. In fact, though, the margins in those races tighter than what we saw in the presidential election just a few weeks ago. Another story we're following closely, that is an escalation of Chinese drills in and around Taiwan as the Chinese military launches live fire exercises in the East China Sea. The exercises dubbed Taiwan Strait are said to be focused on testing the troops' capabilities of joint blockade and precision strikes. That's notable because there is fears that China might blockade the island and try to force it into submission. On Tuesday, the Trump White House issued a warning to China after it launched the exercises, which involved the country's Army, Navy, Air Force, and Rocket Force. America's trade partners around the globe are bracing for President Trump's sweeping new tariffs, which he says he will announce on Wednesday. The White House says those tariffs will take effect immediately as he announces them, while a 25% tariff on auto imports will take effect on Thursday. Trump has already imposed tariffs on aluminum and steel imports into this country. Steel and auto workers in one Mexican town are now looking for ways to minimize the economic costs. CNN's Valeria Leon has more.
The effect of the 25% tariff on steel and aluminum imports to the United States begins to take its toll. Uncertainty looms for workers on the assembly line of the mine steel manufacturing plant in the central Mexican state of Aguascalientes.
Poco preocupante para nosotros. It's a little worrying for us as suppliers because there could even be staff cuts. We're worried because we don't know what will happen later.
The tariffs package, which went into effect on March 12, was imposed by President Donald Trump, who claimed it would correct trade imbalances and reactivate the domestic U.S. manufacturing industry. According to the Mexican government, this measure is not justified, especially since the trade balance favors the United States in these sectors. With the tariffs now in place, the director of Mine Steel told CNN that the measure has already caused disruptions for this industry.
Retrasos en los procesos de exportación porque en las aduanas.
We've had delays in export processing because customs sometimes doesn't operate at the border, waiting to see if tariffs will actually be enforced or not. You can imagine the number of trucks that pass through the border every day. It affects us a lot.
Mine Steel exports 60% of its products to the United States. And although the automotive industry is its main source of revenue, it also assembles a variety of products, including parts for machines for casinos in Las Vegas and New Orleans. But the consequences are still unclear.
We still can't fully assess what the final impact could be. What we do know is that, in the case of the United States, it has a very large deficit and is searching under every stone for where it can find the missing funds. So far, we can't know or calculate anything. What is very clear is that Mexico is heavily dependent on the automotive industry.
But tariffs on aluminum and steel are not the only concern for Mexican exporters, especially since new tariffs on automotive products shipped to the United States are set to take place on Wednesday, creating uncertainty in the automotive industry as well. Mexico is the seventh largest car producer in the world, with an annual production of 3.5 million vehicles, 76% of which are exported to the U.S. Aguascalientes is the Mexican state with the third highest number of automotive factories, which is why the state government says it has prepared a program to assist workers that could be laid off as a result of the new tariffs.
Yo les pediría que aquí en Aguascalientes estemos. I would ask that here in Aguascalientes remain calm, as everything necessary is being done to prevent the impact from causing unemployment.
With the tariffs on steel and aluminum already placing Mexico's manufacturing sector under severe strain, employees and industry leaders are worried that new auto tariffs will mark a tipping point for Mexico's economy.
There is concern. We depend so much on trade from here to there, as well as from there to here.
Valeria Leon, CNN, Mexico City.
The U.S. Justice Department now plans to seek the death penalty for accused CEO killer Luigi Mangione if he is convicted on capital murder charges. 26-year-old faces life in prison without parole if he's convicted on the state charges for allegedly shooting United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in New York in December. Mangione has pleaded not guilty. His attorney says the Justice Department's push for the death penalty shows it has, quote, moved from the dysfunctional to the barbaric. Attorney General Pambani's office declined to comment. The federal criminal complaint charges Mangione with murder through use of a firearm, along with 2 stalking charges and a firearms offense. We're going to pause to take a short break. We will be back in a moment with more.
Hey, Dad, I have a question for you.
Sure.
When did Granddad first start investing?
Granddad had an account with Schwab before there were branches in the area. He really started with nothing. He worked hard, and after he passed away, the torch has been passed to me. And my advisor, Jennifer, she was with me with the journey, helping with the estate distribution. 2 grandchildren, planning for their college educations. Someday it'll be their turn. Let's go for a walk. Let's go the distance. Shopping.
Then store it online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select steel orders.
Sierra, have you always had trouble with your weight? Me too.
Discover the power of
With Wegovy, I lost 35 pounds.
so, I lost over 46 pounds.
And I'm keeping the weight off.
Reducing the risk. Wegovy is the only weight management medicine proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events such as death, heart attack, or stroke in adults with heart disease and obesity.
Don't use Wegovy with semaglutide and GLP-1 medicines or in children under 12. Don't take if you or your family had a TC, MEN2, or if allergic to it. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or procedure, are breastfeeding, pregnant, or plan to be. Stop taking and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or any of these allergic reactions. Serious side effects may include pancreas inflammation and gallbladder or severe stomach problems. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar and people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Call your prescriber about vision changes, if you feel your heart racing while at rest, or if you have mental changes. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, stomach pain, flu or upset, headache, feeling tired, dizzy or bloated, gas, and heartburn. Some side effects lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
With Wegovy.
I'm losing weight.
Okay, with it all.
I'm lowering my secrets. Ask you. An MSC cruise isn't just a vacation, it's key. Stop.
Games. Football games. You ready for 7
What is that?
So high.
Privacy.
Privacy.
Drugs.
Froyo.
Architecture. Sure. That is a big act.
It's American. Of course it's big.
On vacation.
Don't you mean holiday?
My bad.
We should stop now.
Yeah.
When migraine strikes, do you question the trade-offs of treating? Ubrelvy is another option. It works fast, and most have migraine pain relief within 2 hours. You can treat it anytime, anywhere. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur hours to days after. Side effects include nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Learn how AbbVie can help you save on Ubrelvy.
Once upon a time, there was his family. I had them with every ounce of my soul. Everything says. All monsters. New series has Plus.
Closed captioning brought to you by Gilt. Visit Gilt.com today for up to 70% off designer brands.
Gilt has the designers that get your heart racing. At insider prices, new every day. Hurry, they'll be gone in a flash. Designer sales are up to 70% off. Shop Gilt.com today.
Breaking news this hour, and it's sad news to report. The actor Val Kilmer has died at the age of 65. His daughter released a statement to the New York Times saying that her father died of pneumonia. Kilmer, best known for his roles in films like Top Gun, Tombstone, The Doors, and Batman Forever. CNN has reached out to representatives for the Kilmer family. We'll continue to follow this breaking news, and of course our thoughts go out to his family and close friends. And recapping our top story, voters in Wisconsin delivered a blow to U.S. President Donald Trump and Republicans electing a Democratic-backed judge, Susan Crawford, to the state Supreme Court. The race was officially nonpartisan, but the result ensures the court will maintain a liberal majority. A lot of issues before that court in the coming months and years. Meanwhile, Donald Trump's preferred congressional candidates won their special elections in Florida. Republican Jimmy Patronis in the state's 1st district. That replaces Matt Gaetz. Republican Randy Fine won Florida's 6th. The margins of victory, though, in those districts were smaller, measurably smaller than President Trump's just a few weeks ago in November. But those 2 states will give the Republican-led Congress a little bit more breathing room for its majority. Lots of business before it coming up. That's all we have time for this hour. I'm Jim Sciutto in Washington. I will be back with much more of CNN's live election coverage in just a moment.
The
United States of Scandal with Jake Tapper, Sunday at 9 on CNN.
At the UPS store, we all go about it because running a small business takes a lot. That's why we're the help protect your privacy statement and to give your business a real street address store. So while you're juggling everything else like the boss you are, here's the extra pair of hands for you. You can count on us as we're shredding and mailboxing anything and everything to keep going steady. Get $5 for shredding services. Visit the UPSstore.com/shred and shred today.
To severe processes.
And with ulcerative colitis symptoms, come to me.
Picture. Now there's Sky Rizzy.
And now I'm back in the picture.
Feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Sky Rizzy. Sky Rizzy is proven to help deliver remission.
And help visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year.
Use of allergic, serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight that may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for drugs or use.
Ready to get back in the picture? Ask your gastroenterologist how to take control of your Crohn's or UC with Sky Rizzy. Could help you save.
This is the Emirates Premium Economy seat. Economy. Perhaps I need to call it something else.
On animal strength can help us to keep our animal for a lifetime. It's backed by scientists, clinically proven to strengthen our.
Thought I could lose weight after menopause, but with Weight Watchers, I've lost 50 pounds.
I changed, and I needed a place that understood my change.
A new phase of life deserves a new approach to health. Weight Watchers helps target stubborn weight gain caused by menopause with our proven points program and access to weight loss medication.
My confidence levels have just soared.
I really feel like a baby.
Join now at WeightWatchers.com.
Did your wife spent over $600 on makeup? Crazy. We don't have time to cook. Okay, but you know you're also paying for a meal kit on top of that?
Wait, really?
Well, just get Rocket Money. It shows you all your expenses in one place and even tracks your subscriptions. And any subscription you don't want, which for you, there's a lot you don't need, you can cancel right from the app.
So you mean I don't have to call customer service needs?
Nope. No hold times or anything. And we'll even try to get you a refund for the money you spent, which I'm sure your wife will be.
Up for event. Wow your clients. Nail your next event. Or inspire your team by
Welcome back. Right on the street with Neil Saturday on CNN. This is CNN. Hello and welcome to our viewers here in the U.S. and around the world. I'm Jim Shudo, live in Washington. We begin this hour with breaking news. Sad news to report. The actor Val Kilmer has died at the age of 65. His daughter released a statement to the New York Times saying he passed away from pneumonia. Kilmer, best known for a whole series of movies, Top Gun, Tombstone, The Doors, Batman Forever. CNN has reached out to representatives from the Kilmer family. CNN's Stephanie Elam takes a look back at some of Kilmer's most iconic roles.
From a quirky spy in the 1984 cult classic Top Secret,
You guys really are cowboys.
to the intense fighter pilot in Top Gun,
You're everyone's problem. That's because every time you go up in the air, you're unsafe.
Val Kilmer's film career took flight in the big 80s, but the slick performer trained at Juilliard honed his acting chops on the stage and saw his craft as a serious means of exploration.
Have you ever turned down something you regret? No, I don't really think that way. I just look forward. And also, we do, a personal way to gain from acting the opportunity to experience things that certainly you'd never do in your own life.
In the 1990s, Kilmer explored the mind of Jim Morrison in Oliver Stone's The Doors. Critics praised him for nailing both the look and the sound of the late singer.
Yeah, how about that?
2 years later, he played the pasty yet poised gunslinger Doc Holliday in Tombstone, and later a desperate construction engineer hunting lions in The Ghost and the Darkness.
Along the way, Kilmer co-starred with some of Hollywood's heavyweights, like Al Pacino and Robert De Niro in the bank robbery movie Heat, and played the superhero
Chicks love the car.
as Batman in 1995. But it was an earlier collaboration on the set of the 1988 movie Willow, where Kilmer met co-star Joanne Whalley. They were married almost 8 years and had 2 children. Later in his career, Kilmer returned to the stage, playing Moses in The 10 Commandments, the musical. He also wrote and performed the one-man show Citizen Twain, taking on the persona of the great American storyteller. But under the makeup, the actor was dealing with grave health concerns. Kilmer downplayed cancer rumors, but then later said he had beaten the disease, which required a tracheotomy and left him with a raspy voice. In 2022, he reprised his role as Iceman in the Top Gun sequel, Maverick.
Who's the better pilot? You or me? Nice woman. It's not wrong.
Like the actor himself, his once boisterous flyboy character, subdued by illness, still commanded respect and even awe on the silver screen.
Well, in the coming hours, the U.S. president is expected to announce his most aggressive tariff policy yet in a major escalation of what is becoming a global trade war. Donald Trump plans to announce the new tariffs at a Rose Garden ceremony at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. The White House says those tariffs, once announced, will go into effect immediately. Now, other countries, businesses, U.S. consumers bracing for the economic impact. CNN's Jeff Zeleny has the latest from Washington.
He's long talked about it on the campaign trail and here at the White House. But on Wednesday, President Trump is set to put the finishing touches and announce a sweeping tariff plan. It's one of the centerpieces of his American First agenda that that really brought him into the White House here. But the questions are, as he is set to put these sweeping tariffs into effect, is what effect they will have on prices, inflation, the financial markets. The White House is moving forward with this, though. The president is saying short-term pain may come, but it will bring long-term gain, promises of a rebirth of American factories and manufacturing. But in the final hours leading up to this announcement, foreign leaders and business leaders were really lobbying the White House, trying to get exemptions to their countries or their industries. It is unclear exactly what the president will decide. One thing is clear. He's making the announcement at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, after the markets are scheduled to close in the Rose Garden of the White House. So regardless of what he decides, this could be one of the most sweeping decisions he makes for tariffs, if it's across the board, 20% on every country, or if he puts some exemptions in place. There is no doubt this decision will have lingering effects for the rest of his term and beyond. Jeff Zeleny, CNN, the White House.
Earlier, I spoke with Canada's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Melanie Joly, about what she said has become a trade war between the two neighbors and allies. I asked how Trump's tariffs could impact not just the trading relationship, though, but also the defense partnership.
Canada's the biggest client of the U.S. Jim, you've asked me that question in the past. You know, when you're in business, and I know many people watching us right now are in the business sector, you treat your clients well. And so our goal is to make sure that we end this trade war, that we get to a common understanding that this is our Canadians, Americans, their wallet, and nobody's winning from it. But at the same time, of course, we want to make sure that we work with the White House. Of course, we want to make sure that we find an off-ramp. Of course, we're willing to have discussions. And that's my goal, working with Marco Rubio, but also this is the goal of the Prime Minister, talking to the President, and as well the Secretary of Commerce and the Minister of International Trade here in Canada.
But the Prime Minister's words speak to something more lasting here. And it's not just him who's saying this. Many Canadians themselves, right, who are quite voluntarily stopping buying U.S. products or canceling visits to the U.S. I wonder, who will Canada look to be a more reliable trading partner if the U.S. is no longer that reliable partner?
Well, we understand that we're now in an era of protectionism. within Canada, and we think that we can really do a better job at supporting ourselves inside our country. We're also looking, of course, at Europe. Canada's the most most European country of all the non-European countries. We're definitely looking at Japan and South Korea, and looking at Asia. We're, of course, looking at Mexico. But fundamentally, Canadians have a really good relationship with Americans. We're your best friend, we're your best neighbors, your best allies. And so we want to make sure that, well, we're putting maximum pressure on the Trump administration to make sure that they're backing off on their trade war, that we can find a way to find a solution. But on the security side, we know we need to invest more in our own business. We need to rely more on our defense sector. We need to create jobs at home. We need to defend our own country. And that's also the job of both the
One change is clear. Well, 45% tariff on imports is expected to take effect on Thursday. President Trump has already imposed tariffs on steel imports, steel and auto workers on Mexican towns, now ways to minimize economic costs.
The effective 25% tariff on steel and aluminum imports to the United States begins to take its toll. Certainty rules for workers in the assembly line of the mine steel manufacturing plant in the central Mexican state of Aguascalientes.
Poco preocupante para nosotros. It's a little worrying for us as suppliers because the community staff needs. We're worried because we don't know what will happen.
The tariffs package, which went into effect on March 12th, was in fact by President Trump, who blamed it on direct trade imbalances and reactivated the domestic U.S. manufacturing industry. According to the Mexican government, this measure is not justified, especially since the trade balance favors the United States in these sectors. With the tariffs now in place, the director of the Institute told CNN that the measure has critical options for this industry.
We've had delays in export processes because customs sometimes doesn't operate on the border. It's waiting to see if tariffs will actually be enforced or not. You can imagine the number of trucks that pass through the border every day. It affects us a lot.
Iran still exports 60% of its products to the United States. And although the automotive industry is its main source of revenue, it also assembles a variety of products, including parts for machines for casinos and bodegas and automobiles. Consequences are steel.
We still can't fully assess what the final impact could be. What we know is that in the case of the United States, it has a very large deficit and is searching under every stone for where it can find the missing part. So far, we can't know or calculate anything. What is very clear is that Mexico is heavily dependent on the automotive region.
The tariffs on aluminum and steel are not the only concern for Mexican exports, especially since new tariffs on automotive products shipped to the United States are set to take place on Wednesday, creating uncertainty in the automotive industry as well.
Mexico is the seventh largest car producer in the world, with an annual production of 3.5 million vehicles, 76% of which are exported to the U.S.
Aguascalientes is a Mexican state with the third highest number of automotive factories, which is why the state government says it has prepared a program to assist workers that could be laid off as a result of the new tariffs.
Yo les pediría que aquí en Aguascalientes,
I would ask that here in Aguascalientes remain calm, as everything necessary is being done to prevent the impact of causing unemployment.
With the tariffs on steel and aluminum already placing Mexico's manufacturing sector under severe strain, employees and industry leaders are worried that new auto tariffs will mark a tipping point for Mexico's economy.
there is concern, and so much activity there as well as there.
CNN, Mexico.
We do have breaking news out of the Middle East tonight. Israel's defense minister has announced a major expansion of Israel's ground operation in Gaza. This would Israeli officials say, involved the seizure of large pieces of land inside Gaza, which officials say would then be incorporated, quote, into Israel's security zones. The defense chief, Israel Katz, said the goal is to, quote, crush and clear the area of terrorists and terror infrastructure. However, the operation would also include, again quoting here, the large-scale evacuation of Gaza's population from what the Israeli military calls combat zones. It has not given any further details as to how long those people will be removed from their homes. Last month, sources told CNN that Israel was making plans for a major ground offensive in Gaza, in which tens of thousands of Israeli troops will be sent in to clear and occupy large portions of Gaza. This comes as officials here continue to warn of a worsening humanitarian crisis. The United Nations World Food Program says that all 25 of its bakeries in the enclave have closed, citing like a flock of flour for their fuel. The Israeli government shut down the supply of food and other humanitarian aid in Gaza in early March. This in a bid, it said, to pressure Hamas into releasing more hostages and extending the ceasefire. The UN World Food Program says it will distribute its last food parcels in Gaza in the next few days. Crisis there. Well, U.S. voters have their say on Donald Trump and Elon Musk in the first major state contest since the 2024 presidential election. We will have those results just ahead.
Believe me, when it comes to investing, you'll love Carl's Way. Take a left here, please. But there's a Carl's Way is the best way.
Is it? At Schwab, how I choose to invest is up to me.
Exactly. I can invest and trade on my own.
Yes, and I let them manage some investments for me too.
Let's move on, shall we? Never can do.
Look it up here.
Where are you going?
Schwab.
Schwab, a modern approach to wealth management. Oh, don't forget, dinner with my boss.
Frank.
Ultimate adhesive will save the day. Ultimate all-in-one. It's superhuman home, food seed, and comfort.
If you're not photographer, you would ask for
Body free.
The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor tracks your glucose in real time, and over time, it can help lower your A1C. This is progress. Learn more and try for free at freestylelibre.us.
If you have generalized myasthenia gravis, picture what life could look like with Vyvgart Hytrulo, a subcutaneous injection that takes about 30 to 90 seconds. For one thing, could it mean more time for you? Vyvgart Hytrulo can improve daily abilities and reduce muscle weakness with a treatment plan that's personalized to you. Do not use Vyvgart Hytrulo if you have a serious allergy to any of its ingredients. It can cause serious allergic reactions, like trouble breathing and decrease in blood pressure, leading to fainting and allergic reactions, such as rashes, swelling under the skin, shortness of breath, and hives. The most common side effects are respiratory and urinary tract infections, headache, and injection site reactions. It may increase the risk of infusion-related reactions and infection. Tell your doctor if you have a history of infections or symptoms of an infection. Talk to your neurologist about Vyvgart Hytrulo for GMG and picture your life in motion.
Stuck paying off your phone, but want a new one? Break up with your carrier. We've got you. Switch to Verizon, and we'll give you up to $800 to pay off your phone. And you'll get a new iPhone. That's iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us, on any plan. Now with Genmoji.
Hey!
If you're living with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis or active psoriatic arthritis, symptoms can sometimes hold you back. But now, there's Skyrizi, so you can be all in with clear skin. With Skyrizi, you can show up with dramatically clearer skin. If you have psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi can help you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Treatment can check for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, There's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrite. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Right now, I am in first game.
Plus.
The first major elections of Donald Trump's second term are now in the books, giving us a snapshot at least of voter sentiment in the early months of his presidency. The battleground state of Wisconsin, Democrats are now celebrating a key the state Supreme Court race. And Florida, Republicans held on to 2 U.S. House seats, though by much smaller margins than President Trump. Conservative, they're backed by Republicans, Brad Schimmel, maintaining a liberal majority on the state Supreme Court.
And to the people of Wisconsin, thank you. Thank you for trusting me to serve you on the Wisconsin Supreme Court. This campaign has been an incredible, life-altering experience in so many ways. And I'm so grateful to have earned the trust and support of voters across this great state.
A life-altering experience, she says. In Florida, CNN projects Republican Jimmy Patronis will win the first House district race. This over the Democratic candidate, Kay Valamont. The seat is vacated by Matt Gaetz. In Florida's 6th district, CNN projects Republican Randy Fine will defeat the Democratic candidate, Josh Wheelfair. This is the seat formerly held by Trump's current national security advisor, Mike Waltz. Wisconsin, however, is where Democratic voters had their biggest impact since Trump returned to the White House. What's it all mean? CNN's Omar Jimenez explains.
Well, it was not the result the supporters of Judge Brad Schimmel were hoping for when they arrived here to the watch party, but in the end, Schimmel got up on stage behind me and announced to his supporters that he had called his opponent, Judge Susan Crawford, and officially conceded this race, which would maintain liberal control of the Supreme Court here in the state of Wisconsin, which of course affects a number of issues, which could include redistricting issues, but also abortion as well. So a lot on the line leading into this race. Now, one thing that was interesting was that when Schimmel announced that he had called Crawford to concede, there were audible boos from folks here in the crowd, to which he eventually pushed back and said, no, you have to accept the results. And in the end, that he just didn't have what it took to get over the finish line as far as the votes or the amount of support that he needed. We got some immediate reaction in the room from the state GOP chair, Brian Schimming, who told us he does not see this race as a reflection of the November 2024 election, the one that, of course, put President Trump in the White House. While he said there will be a time to go through and see what may have gone wrong and what may have been improved at various points, he did say that he believed the Democratic base was very fired up based on their loss in recent months. And so they will likely take a look at that for future races. But again, in the end, it was Susan Crawford projected to win, as CNN projects, to maintain liberal control of the Supreme Court here in Wisconsin, to the disappointment of those that showed up here. Omar Jimenez, CNN, Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Joining me now, Maria Cardona, Democratic strategist, CNN political commentator, Brian Lanza, senior advisor to the Trump 2024 campaign. Good to have you both back. So I'm going to approach this a little differently this time. Ask you each, what did your party lose in the races that we saw today? Maria, I'll start with you again.
Well, just, from a theoretical and a realistic perspective, we lost the 2 races in Florida, but we never really thought we were going to win them, Jim, because as you know, they were Republican held that Trump won by, more than 30 points. And so the fact that we're even talking about these, Jim, to me is an actual win politically, because it means that these races were much more competitive than they should have been. Republicans were forced to spend money and resources and time. The president spent time on these races. Republicans across the board spent time on these races. And that indicates that there is vulnerability there for Republicans for the 2026 midterm elections. And that, at the end of the day, is a win for Democrats. And then obviously we won Wisconsin, so there was no loss there for us.
Okay, Brian, what'd you lose?
Yeah, we lost the opportunity to gain control of the Wisconsin Supreme Court. I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's all we lost. We held on to our seats, in our federal seats in Florida, which reaffirmed the president's message. But at the end of the day, we lost the opportunity to pick up a majority of the Wisconsin Supreme Court, which will have an impact on local issues. It's going to have minimal impact on federal issues, but from a local standpoint, it's going to have a big impact there. But we won a heck of a lot more than we lost. We won a rubber stamp that the American people saying, at least federally, they like what President Trump is doing, and they want him to keep going forward.
Maria, other than a protest vote, right, say against perhaps Elon Musk in particular in Wisconsin, and perhaps in those tighter margins in those Florida races, something of a protest against Donald Trump, at least among some voters there. Did you see the makings of a positive Democratic message, right? Because that's been the missing piece, right, from the perspective even of many Democrats.
Absolutely, Jim. And that, I think, points to the really big win for the Democrats in these three elections. And that is that it has brought the party together. It has given the party hope that there is a path forward. It has shown what that path forward is, which is a very focused economic message that points out just how much Trump and Musk and Republicans have deviated and betrayed voters from what Trump's promise was in the election and why he won in November, which was that he promised on day one to bring down the cost of groceries, gas, and rent. He promised to take care of inflation. He promised to win for the American people and American working families. And it has been exactly the opposite. And in fact, everything that he has touched has kind of become worse, not just on the economy, but, you were reporting earlier, right before our segment, you were reporting on the war in Gaza. That has gotten much more complicated. He hasn't fixed the war in Ukraine, which he said he could do on day one. And now we've seen that his clown car cabinet and his unqualified Secretary of Defense has become the Secretary of the Indefensible. So our national security is at risk because his cabinet is having these classified conversations on an app that can be hacked by China and Russia and Iran. And so voters see this as massive incompetence and certainly see this as not what they voted for. And that, I think, is what you're going to continue to see across the board in terms of voter dissatisfaction.
Brian, there's no one in these races, one might argue, more closely than Trump himself. And I wonder, does he look at the Wisconsin result at all and say, I got to watch that guy a little more closely? Perhaps he could damage me in some ways going forward.
Well, listen, I think you have to look at Wisconsin, and President Trump will look at it as requiring Wisconsin to maintain the status quo, right? It didn't move. It had the opportunity to move more conservative. It stayed different. I think that's less to do with less to do with Elon Musk. We certainly appreciate Elon spending money and trying to move the needle towards the Republican side. But I think overall, if you look at it as a win-win, we won some races that everybody thought was going to be close. This was the first indicator that the better race for the first indicator for Republicans stood with President Trump. And I remember 10 days ago, the Democrats were talking about winning some of these seats. They lost. And that's what happens. That's what happens when you go against the thing.
Does it sound like you were responding?
Well, the Democrats never said that we would win in Florida. That was not really very realistic. What we did say is that they were very competitive, and that there was, but that there's not even, there sort of even been an ability to be talking about being competitive. And great that he went first. He saw these things this president where he won by more than 30 points. And so clearly that was a red flag for Republicans, even as much as my friend Brian doesn't want to admit it. It was.
Well, Brian, are you saying that the
Democrats decided to do the undemocratic thing and put them on a scale and try to hold that seat open so Republicans could pick up the seat that they currently held. Let's start with that basic fact. It was sort of the undemocratic Democratic Party trying to affect the election. It has nothing to do with us winning the seat here.
Not worried at all about the margins there, because Brian, there are Republicans who know some nervousness about that race going forward.
No, listen, I think you're always going to be nervous with special elections. You have very little control. Special elections are not about advocacy. They're about identifying your supporters and turning them out, right? And clearly the Democratic Party has the most energy right now because they're the most angry because they failed the most and they're upset at themselves.
The pest play has worked for me before. Pests get into all sorts of secret places, don't you know? So Bugstar has some guys out on a job. Send you their location. Get over there and steal one of their vans. It'll also contain the outfits and equipment we need for the con.
They're entitled to intensely contest voters in this home, and it's the Democratic governor the Republicans of right for it. Put it up for a vote. My guess is what's the Democrats want.
All right, we're in for this later. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. President Trump wants to deal Russia to make a deal for Ukraine, but he now may not want to play. Here's the news. It's the older. President Trump pushing the American deal hesitating. Professional senior aide in Washington meeting with the Trump administration this week. Extremely notable, not just because of the timing, but because this will be the first visit by a senior Russian official since Russia invaded Ukraine back in 2022. The official's name is Kirill Dmitriev. He's the head of Russia's sovereign wealth fund. He's essentially an economics envoy for the Kremlin, who is hoping not just to further the conversation about ending the war in Ukraine, but about the longer-term financial relationship between the U.S. and Russia. He is set to meet with the Trump administration, specifically with Trump's envoy Steve Witkoff, who has essentially become Trump's point person on Russia. He's been to Moscow twice now to meet with President Putin. And he is coming now at a moment where there appears to be increasing frustration from the Trump administration against the Russian President Vladimir Putin. Trump saying that he was pissed off with Putin after their last phone call last week, that he was angered by what Putin was saying about the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. I'm told by a source who has heard his thinking lately that Trump is increasingly frustrated and
the old group sex guy. Why do I love saying that? I hope you're keeping count. We still need outfits, security passes, and the plate of an armored car, which is on the casino's roster. I've got the location of where Group Sex store their trucks. Get over there and snap an image of the right plate so we can copy it.
And what has come about is essentially a narrower ceasefire in Ukraine and Russia on energy infrastructure. And then last week, would be extended to fighting with live sea, the Russians then added conditions saying that American sanctions needed to be lifted. So this is going much too slowly for an impatient President Trump, who's very eager to end this war in Ukraine. So curious to get coming here to Washington to smooth out this trouble in the relationship. About whether Russia actually wants to end the war in Ukraine and to get to the ceasefire and eventual peace deal, or whether President Putin is simply Alex Barber in Washington.
Ahead by the first election.
Duggan's security team is there. Must be discussing the next shipment. Keep your head down and quietly make your way to the casino stockade. It's the white and black one. Uh-oh, you've been made. Maybe they aren't as stupid as they look. Too bad for them. You'll need to wipe them out. No witnesses. Grab a pic of the plate on the rear of the truck and send it over to me.
But here I am. She'd be and ask her healthcare provider about the #1 prescribed HIV treatment, Victoria.
Victoria is the #1 instant treatment for HIV in many people with routinely with one small pill. Just starting with a place in the current treatment. Research shows that taking HIV treatment is prescribed
Tidy work. Now grab the bags of equipment from the back of the armored car and make a break for it. Good luck.
Your healthcare provider. Please take the
Sup?
The secret's out. At Champion our knowledgeable providers keep insider contraceptive trials, same active ingredient and brand name weight management. If you're eligible for treatment, your medication will be shipped to your door for just $2.97. You can save thousands by using Henry Meds for weight management medication.
Three closely watched elections are giving a measure more than 2 months into Donald Trump's second presidency of where voters stand. In the swing state of Wisconsin, Democratic-backed Judge Crawford is projected to win the Supreme Court race there, preserve the liberal majority on the state's high court. Big blow. President Trump and Elon Musk, who spent a lot of time, a lot of money, campaigning for the conservative candidate there. In Florida, the Republican Party will keep 2 seats in their narrow House majority this after special elections to replace Mike Waltz and Matt Gaetz. However, Democrats put up a fight in districts that Trump won easily. The margins were closer. The victories in Florida expand the Republican majority in the House to 220 to 13. CNN Steve Torno has more now from Daytona.
House Speaker Mike Johnson is getting reinforcements to pad his slim Republican majority, and they're coming from Florida. Former Chief Financial Officer Jimmy Patronis has won a special election to represent the 1st congressional district in Florida, and former State Senator Randy Fine has won a race for Florida's 6th congressional district. Both races were much narrower than they were just 5 months ago when Republicans captured these districts by more than 30 points. Republicans were especially concerned about Florida's 6th congressional district. There, the Democratic candidate, Josh Wheel, sent shockwaves from Florida to Washington when he announced last month that he had raised almost $10 million in his race against Fine. Speaking to CNN shortly after his concession speech on Tuesday night, Wheel said that Democrats still have a long way to go to win back some of these Republican parts of the country.
These districts are not worth giving up on, and that they will respond to a progressive message, that there is nothing to be scared of in talking to them about.
What's up? I gotta put someone down. Eat 'em up!
We did it, Joe. We did it.
We still on for that bet, right?
When you upgrade to VIP status, you get access to exclusive lounges, concierge, and valet services. Isn't it time you partied with people of your own caliber?
Taking the big city by storm. And look at us now, taking the big city by storm.
Any questions left for me? Are we hitting the bar then? You've got to be kidding me.
I am starving. Do you still have those rolls from the breakfast bar? Shh. We're not following this killer. Paper bag under the sink in the hotel room. That's no use to us, is it?
Kidding me?
Is your wallet safe? Yes, it's in my pocket. feel like people are staring at us. Just enjoy yourself, Carol. It's fine.
Alright, I'll take it. It's not the best, not the worst.
This reminds me of our honeymoon.
Alright, I'm going to bed, y'all. I am tired. It is past my bedtime. I will see y'all later. Happy hump day. Have a good night. Don't let the bed bugs, boy.